Hey everybody, welcome back, my friends, my fans. You're all my friends. Welcome back to James Draws Everything, and continuing our Draws Every Country's Flag in the World Series. We are going back to Africa, on the west coast of Africa, and we're going to be doing Senegal. And we're going to be going back to Africa quite a bit. Let's see, I think we had 3 countries on the first page, and we've got 5 so far on this page. So let's see. So this will be the 9th African flag here, and yeah, there's 54 countries total in Africa. So we're going to be bouncing back and forth quite a bit. And if you can already tell, the colors I'm using for this, these are the Pan-African colors. The Pan-African movement, a little bit more complicated than we'd like to get into for this particular flag, but maybe excuse me, maybe once we do Ethiopia, we'll talk a little bit more about Pan-Africanism. All right, so Senegal, it's a country again on the western coast of Africa. It was a French colony until the decolonization period in the 1960s. Senegal, they're bordered by Mali, Guinea-Bissau, and actually inside Senegal, there's another country, the Gambia. A little bit different than like Italy and San Marino. The Gambia is not like a microstate. It's actually just a river. The Gambia means the river. And so where that river kind of juts into mainland Africa is a separate country, pretty much inside Senegal. And Senegal, a lot of French influence there. You'll find that with the post 1960s kind of independent states in Africa, a lot of the British countries tend to be more stable as far as their government, whereas the French, not so much, and that's just kind of due to the culture, the political culture that was brought there, during that time, during the 19th century and into the first half of the 20th century. And when they achieved independence in 1960, they were part of something called the Mali Federation. And as you can guess, that meant that they were in an alliance in the same country, same federated republic as the country of Mali. And I believe some of the other neighboring countries were a part of that as well. It did not last very long. They went back to being just Senegal. They also tried to have a federation with the Gambia, the country that's inside Senegal, and that was in the 1980s. I don't think that ever really officially kicked off. So yeah, there's a lot of Pan-African movements that, they try to form a state out of all these smaller states, and none of them really work out in the end. With Africa, unless you're African, it's not just one unified people. There's a lot of different ethnic groups in not just Senegal, but all of Africa. All right, so you can see here, this flag definitely looks familiar. It's going to have the yellow in the middle, so that green, red, and yellow, reminiscent of the Ethiopian flag, the Pan-African colors. Senegal actually is kind of unique too, in that it's one of the more stable countries in the former French African protectorates. Senegal, while it does have some civil unrest and some violence in just certain parts of the country, there's separatist movements. Senegal actually has never had a coup in all of its history. There's never been a military coup, which kind of stands out amongst African governments. You don't see that too often. And yeah, this one is unique. It stands out from the other Pan-African flags because it has a star, a green star in the middle. And if you're thinking communist, yeah, there was some of that there. Usually when there's that star, that's usually what that means. They did have a socialist party that was active there for a few decades, and I believe still has representation today. And so what do the colors of the flag mean, James? Well, The green 5-pointed star represents Islam, progress, and hope. Yellow signifies the natural wealth and progress of the country. Red, you know what red means. Red means the sacrifice, the blood, and independence. And yeah, when the green, again over here, represents Islam. Okay, so pretty simple flag, pretty easy one. So let's just finish this off, and because this is a simple flag, we're going to do something else real quick here. Tangentially related to Senegal. Alright, so we'll just hit my borders and we're almost done with page 2 here. So just trucking along. The hardest working man on YouTube, getting one video a day from me, one flag a day. And then if you're watching my other content, make sure you tune into that. Heaviest baseball players, the big boys of baseball, that's running along with these videos. Alright, so that's Senegal. And James, Senegal's flag is pretty simple. Before Senegal, like I said before, there was something called the Mali Federation. And the Mali Federation's flag, well, it's got the same colors. So we're just going to do that real quick. And this flag is something else. Alright, so we got our green, we got our yellow. James, why are you laughing? You'll see. Give me a second here. So I just want to get my Pan-African colors on here. My green, my yellow, my red. And this is just a quick one. Not worrying too much about getting everything filled in and whatnot. Okay, so that's the Mali Federation flag. Okay, and then just like the Senegal flag, it had something in the middle. So let me just draw my borders on my flag really quick. Okay, and then this flag in the middle just had a person, a stick figure. And that is exactly what the flag looked like. I don't know, should they keep this flag or this one? This one is so simple. It looks like, I don't know, like they just they got to the design stage and just said, screw it, close enough. It looks like a second grader drew it. I kind of like it because it's almost so simple. It's like part of the joke. I don't know. So that's the Mali. Let's just officially designate it here. That's the Mali Federation flag, of which Senegal was a part of. You know, again, Senegal, former French country, French protectorate in Africa, one of the more stable democracies there, retains a lot of French influence to this day as far as their architecture, and you know they keep close ties with the French government as well. And that's Senegal. So don't forget, everybody, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next video.